The old hospital corridor stretched into darkness, an endless void that seemed to swallow all light and hope. Dust motes danced in the faint moonlight filtering through grimy windows, creating an ethereal glow that contrasted sharply with the surrounding gloom. A single flickering light cast long dancing shadows on the walls, as if the darkness itself was alive and moving. The air hung heavy, thick with the scent of disinfectant and decay, a reminder of the lives that once passed through these halls. A clock ticked somewhere in the stillness. Each second echoed like a hammer blow, marking the passage of time in this forgotten place. A slow, deliberate drip of water from a rusted pipe punctuated the silence, each drop a reminder of the building's slow decay. The building breathed, creaking and groaning under the weight of its years, as if it were a living entity burdened by its own history. At midnight, the darkness whispers its secrets, tales of sorrow and loss, carried on the wind like ghostly murmurs. The clock on the wall shuddered, its hands jerking to attention. Each tick echoed through the silent room, a reminder of the relentless march of time. The clock's face, worn and ancient, seemed to hold secrets of countless midnights past. Midnight. The air grew colder. A palpable shift in the atmosphere, a chill settled in, creeping into every corner, every crevice. The mist rolled in thick and heavy, as if the night itself was breathing. The shadows seemed to deepen, pressing in from the edges of the light. They moved with a life of their own, creeping along the walls, stretching and twisting into ominous shapes. The room felt smaller, the darkness more oppressive. A low moan drifted down the corridor. A sound born of the wind, perhaps, or something else. It was a mournful, haunting noise that sent shivers down the spine, echoing through the empty halls. The hairs on the back of your neck prickled with gooseflesh. Every instinct screamed to turn back, to flee from the unseen presence that seemed to watch from the shadows. A sense of dread, cold and clammy, coiled in your gut. It was a primal fear, one that gripped you tightly, refusing to let go. The feeling of being watched, of something lurking just out of sight, was overwhelming. At midnight, the darkness whispers its secrets. The air is thick with tension, every creak and groan amplified in the stillness. The night is alive, and it holds its breath, waiting for the dawn. Are you afraid to hear the whispers of the night? Then a voice, soft at first, a mere whisper against the silence. It was almost as if the air itself was speaking, carrying a message from the past. A woman's voice, filled with a sorrow that chilled you to the bone. Her words were like a cold wind cutting through the stillness of the night. It seemed to emanate from the very walls themselves, a mournful echo of pain and loss. The voice was haunting, as if it carried the weight of countless untold stories. The voice grew stronger, clearer. Words, fragmented and filled with despair, reached your ears. Each syllable was a cry for help, a plea that tugged at your soul, a name repeated over and over like a prayer or a lament. It echoed in your mind, refusing to be ignored, demanding your attention. You strained to make sense of it, your heart pounding against your ribs. The urgency in the voice was palpable, as if time itself was running out. At midnight, the darkness whispers its secrets. The voice was a reminder that some mysteries are never truly solved, only lived with. The voice faded, leaving behind a ringing silence. The shadows retreated and the air lost its chill. The clock ticked on, each second a hammer blow against the fragile peace. You stood there, frozen in the aftermath, the echo of the voice still clinging to the edges of your awareness. What secrets did the darkness whisper? What pain resonated in that mournful voice? And who, or what, was left to grieve in the stillness of the old hospital corridor?